Hello, art friends. It's Mrs. Treat. We are going to be reading another story today to go along with our art project. Today's story is a good one. It's called The Copycat Fish. And you might recognize this little character right here. It's Rainbow Fish. And you can see even in the book, they've got this, really beautiful moments that are metallic in here. And we're going to actually be creating something using metallics in a fish. So thought it was a great inspirational story for us that also has a really good message. So let's go ahead and read the story, The Copycat Fish. A new school year was about to begin, and Rainbow Fish and his friends were swimming around in excited circles. "Attention, please," said Mrs. Cuddle. "When I call your name, please swim to the cave so we can get started. Rainbow Fish." "Here," Rainbow Fish said, flipping his special loop-de-loop past the teacher. Mrs. Cuddle called the roll. Dana, Puffer, Rusty, Spike, Rosie, Pearl, and Little Blue crowded into the school cave. Tug? Mustering up his courage, Tug tried flipping into the cave just like Rainbow Fish. "I'm here," he said, tumbling into Mrs. Cuddle. "I can see that," she said. "Hey, that's my special move," thought Rainbow Fish. First thing that morning, Mrs. Cuddle asked the younger students to sort the shells by size, from tiny baby ones to giant surf clams. The older students counted out pebbles into sets of 10. Rainbow Fish had an idea. He counted out 10 pebbles and arranged them in a triangle. Then he counted out 10 more shapes of a square. Making shapes was more fun than plain old piles, and he was doing his task. Tug looked over to see what the big fish were doing. Rainbow Fish's shapes looked like more fun than his straight line. He started pushing the line of shells into a big circle. "Stop!" cried Little Blue. "That's not how you're supposed to do it." Mrs. Cuddle hurried over. "Tug, I was hoping that we could create a line of shells to measure. Next time, let's pay attention to our own tasks." Snack time, Mrs. Cuddle offered algae or krill. Rainbow Fish chose algae and quickly swam off so Tug couldn't see what he had picked. "I want whatever Rainbow Fish has," Tug admitted. "Looks like we've got ourselves a copycat fish," Spike laughed. Rainbow Fish scurried back. "I've changed my mind. I want krill." "Me too," said Tug quickly. "I want krill too." Mrs. Cuddle put away the algae. "Everyone's going to have krill today," she said. "And next time I want each fish to choose for him or herself." "Attention," called Mrs. Cuddle. "This afternoon we're going to be creating a garden. I've divided you into teams. Rosie, Spike, and Puffer, you'll do the digging. Little Blue and Dana, you'll take care of the raking. Pearl, Rusty, you'll be in charge of the garden's borders. Tug and Rainbow Fish, you'll team up to do the planting." Rainbow Fish couldn't believe his bad luck. Mrs. Cuddle had put him with the copycat. Tug pestered Rainbow Fish with questions. What should we plant first? Where should we plant it? There was nowhere for Rainbow Fish to hide his work. Nowhere for Rainbow Fish to hide himself. He felt trapped. Trying to ignore Tug, he shoved plants any which way into the holes. He wished he could shove Tug into a hole. Tug swam alongside Rainbow Fish. "What should I do?" "Do what you want," shouted Rainbow Fish. "You'll do it the way I'm doing it, and I'll do it mine." Tug swam away sadly. Then he turned around and came back. "But your way always looks like so much more fun than anyone else's. That's the only reason I copy." "Well, you wouldn't like it if someone always copied you," cried Rainbow Fish. "I don't know," said Tug. "I think it's fun to do things together. And when I'm older, the little ones copy me. I think I'll like it." Rainbow Fish felt mixed up. Part of him still felt boiling mad at Tug. Other part of him could see what Tug meant. He didn't know what to do. He looked across the garden and suddenly realized he had created a big mess. "I've ruined it," he cried. "Wait a minute," said Tug. "I have an idea. What if we put the tall ones in the back, short ones in the front, like when we were sorting clamshells?" "It's a great idea," said Rainbow Fish. "I'm very proud of each and every one of you for working together to create such a beautiful garden," said Mrs. Cuddle at the end of the day. Rainbow Fish felt so happy that he floated through the beautiful new garden that he loop-de-looped for his goodbye flip. Then the others followed, admiring their work. The last time the last time Tug, remembering that Rainbow Fish had liked his idea, made Tug so happy that he zoomed ahead to say goodbye to him. He had to zigzag around the other fish. It was so much fun that he did it again. Zoom, zigzag. Hey, nice move, yelled Spike. Want to swim home together? Asked Rainbow Fish. I can show you how to do my flip, and maybe you can show me that zigzag. Sure, said Tug. And he and Rainbow Fish swam side by side all the way home. The end. Okay, friends, we just wrapped up the story, The Copycat Fish. And if you remember, we're going to be celebrating Rainbow Fish here. We are going to be actually creating our own three-dimensional rainbow fish. So today's supplies, you're going to need cardboard. Get a hold of a scrap. It can be a cereal box piece. It can be an Amazon box or a shoe box. You're going to need glue and a pencil. So run and grab your supplies and we'll meet you back and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, I hope everybody's got their supplies. We are going to start with a pencil. We are going to be drawing today a rainbow fish or a fish of some sort, but we're going to be actually drawing it in glue. So we want to make sure we don't put as many details as we normally would put in with a pencil, because drawing something with glue is very, very different. Now, I'm going to ask that you draw it in pencil, because that way you can erase if you need to, but I'm going to draw in Sharpie today so it shows up a little better on my cardboard. What's really nice about it is if you screw up, you can flip it over, even if the backside, and it's actually all going to get covered anyway. This is week 1 of a 2-week activity. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I want to make sure I make my fish really large, because again, drawing with glue is going to be challenging, so we want to make sure it's nice and big. So I'm going to start with a nice rainbow shape, a nice large arc for the top of my fish. I'm going to kind of create an open mouth. You can do a mouth whatever way you want. There isn't really a right or wrong way. Come around, and I'm just going to bring it up and sort of close it towards the back where the tail would be. Now again, your fish does not need to look like mine. I'm going to draw a large tail, and then I'm going to draw it nice and wavy because it'll be floating in the water. I'm going to draw a fin up top, maybe a fin for the bottom. And now, of course, he's going to need a nice eye. Remember, when drawing the eye, don't draw it too small, so it needs to be nice and big, because keep in mind, we're going to be drawing in glue. He's kind of cute. I can draw a few little texture lines on the fins just to add some neat little details, and a dot in the eyes. If you want to draw some gills, you can. If you have other details, you can do so. In the background, I kind of would like to add maybe some bubbles or some waves to show that he's in the water. So I'm going to draw some wavy lines, not too many because I don't want it to get busy. Because again, going back to the glue thing, I'm repeating myself a lot, but it's important we don't overdo it. All right. Once you've got it finished drawing, we're going to come back and we're going to glue all our pencil lines, or in my case, my Sharpie lines. It is important that your glue is cleared out. You know, we got to clean up the glue boogers on his nose, twist it open, listen. We can hear it's got a good clear nose. And I am going to outline all of my lines in glue. Now, make sure you don't pour your glue. The nose of your glue needs to touch your cardboard, and you need to drag a line. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that together. When we're finished, we're going to set it aside to dry, and we're going to come back to it next week. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, friends, now that we've got it all glued, we're going to make sure we close our glue so it doesn't dry up. Please set this somewhere where it won't get bumped, and we'll see you again next week to complete our rainbow fish.